Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I just want to give you all an update on our debt numbers. The last time I gave you our exact numbers was back in February when I was showing you all how much debt me and my husband have. Well, it's been 2 months and I figured it was time for us to show you all where we stand right now as far as our debt is concerned. So if you're interested in seeing this video, keep watching. But before I do that, if you're new here, welcome. My name is OZELLA and my channel focuses on all things related to being more intentional with money. Right now, me and my husband are on a debt-free journey, so I'm choosing to share that journey with you all. And I also create budgeting videos. And so if you're interested in following our journey or you're on your own debt-free journey, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And while you're down there, hit the bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And I also want to thank all of my new subscribers. I'm so blessed. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, all of your advice. I'm so appreciative of it. As you know, we're in this. This is going to be a long journey for us. So I'm grateful to have you guys support. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, this is the number that we started 2020 with, but this is not our starting debt. Last year, we were able to release over $40,000 worth of debt. And I did create a video showing you all exactly what we did to release all of that debt. And so if you haven't seen that video, make sure that you check it out after this one. I will link it in the description below. But we paid off $43,625. Again, check that video out so you can see exactly how we were able to do that. And then in February, we paid off the IRS, which was $923. And then in March, we only paid 2 small medical bills. One was a medical equipment bill that was $118. And then we paid off a dental bill that was $197. Now, we didn't make as much progress as we wanted to in March because the coronavirus hit. And because of everything that was going on and us not really knowing what the future held, we decided not to put any additional money towards debt in March. We decided to instead stock up on a few things that we needed and to beef up our emergency fund a little bit. This coronavirus situation is really showing us how important it is to make sure that we have a emergency fund for times like this, because so many people are scrambling, struggling, not knowing what to do because they've lost their income and they have nothing. Gratefully, I still have my job. My husband still has his job. I work from home already, and so my income hasn't been affected at all whatsoever. And I'm so blessed and grateful that I'm in a position that will allow me to continue to provide for my family. Now, my husband, on the other hand, he works for a really large employer who deems them mission essential is what they call it. Mission essential. He is a shipbuilder. He works at a shipyard and they build Navy ships. That they give them liberal leave, which is basically allowing them to take off and not get penalized for not being at work. However, that time that they take off is unpaid. And so he did end up taking a few days off in March. He did kind of like reduce work weeks, and he actually just got his shift changed to night shift. So he's trying to limit the amount of exposure he has to his other coworkers. April will be better in terms of him still bringing home a 40-hour check because he'll be on third shift, which is something that he wanted to do. So yeah, our income in March was a little short. It was less than what we normally bring home. And because of that, and the fact that I initially wanted to do some side hustling to bring in additional money, and the side hustles that I wanted to do was DoorDash and Instacart. Well, when the coronavirus hit, I said, oh no, I am not putting myself at risk and I'm not putting my family at risk. So I decided not to go do DoorDash and Instacart. However, I am considering DoorDash again because I know they're doing no contact deliveries now. And so as long as I can, drop it off at somebody's house or in front of their door and not have to worry about coming in contact with them, I think I will be okay. And all of our restaurants in our state have closed the inside. So all you can do is do drive-through or curbside pickup. So more than likely, there's not going to be a bunch of people in the restaurants when I go pick up orders. and I'm thinking that I might be okay. I did pick up a shift for this coming Tuesday, and it's only a 30-minute shift, which would normally probably be just like one order, but it might give me the option to extend. So I'm going to try it out and see, but I'm not making any promises as far as how much extra money I'm going to be able to bring in for April. Last thing before I show you all our numbers for February. Actually, I'm not even going to show you February. I'm going to start from March because I don't want this video to be extremely long. So when I show you March's numbers, I will do the start balance so you'll be able to see what we ended the month in February with. But in my last video, I told you all that we were thinking about stopping any additional payments towards debt and just putting it aside into like an account for an emergency fund because we didn't know what was going to come about as far as this crisis is concerned. But knowing that my income is stable and my husband's income is pretty much going to be stable, I'm reevaluating things and possibly looking at paying extra towards debt for April. So we shall see. Stay tuned for that. Now, to our numbers. All right, what I think I'm gonna do, because we have a lot of debts and I don't want to take forever, I think I'm gonna fill out everything and then come back and pretty much walk you guys through each debt. I think that's gonna be the quickest way to do this and still get you the information. So I'll go ahead and do that and I will be right back. Alright, so I'm all done writing out all of my debt. Again, let me know if this is okay or if you would like me to write out each number as I go through each debt. I just feel like it would take much longer for us to actually get through the video, so that's why I think it's easier to do it this way. But let me know what you prefer. So, the first one, and let me just say that this is the order that we're paying our debt off in. And we're doing kind of like a debt snowball, Dave Ramsey-ish type of debt payment plan. And if you're not aware of what the debt snowball method is, there are basically two most popular types of debt payoff methods. You have the debt snowball method and you have the debt avalanche method. With the debt snowball method, you're going to order your debts out in order from least balance to the highest balance. You're going to pay your minimums towards all of your debts and work at one debt at a time. So any extra money that you have, you're going to work towards putting all of that money towards that first debt. So the first smallest debt that you have, you're going to put any extra money you have towards that debt until it's paid off. Once that debt is paid off, you're going to roll the minimum payment that you were paying towards that debt, and any extra money you have, you're going to roll that to the next debt. And you keep continuing that same process. So when that debt is paid off, you roll those minimum payments to the next debt and you keep working at it. And basically what you're doing is snowballing those minimum payments to the next debt to pay off your debt quicker. One of the biggest benefits of doing the debt snowball method is that you get to see your efforts quicker. You have those quick wins because you're paying off debt, and that gives you kind of like some motivation to keep going. With the debt avalanche method, you pretty much do it the same, except you're going to order your debts in order from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate. So you're going to start at paying that first debt off, meanwhile paying the minimum payments on all of your debts. But any additional money that you have, you're going to throw at that top debt, so the debt with the highest interest rate. And you keep doing that until it's paid off. Once it's paid off, you're going to roll those payments, or that minimum payment plus any extra money that you have, you're going to roll that to the next debt. And you continue the same process until all of your debts are paid. The biggest benefit of this one is that you're paying off your debt a little quicker and you're getting rid of a lot of interest. You're paying less in interest using this method. However, sometimes it can take you a long time to see your efforts being made, and it can kind of discourage you to keep going because you're not really seeing your work pay off. And so that's why a lot of people choose to do the debt snowball method. It's easier to stick to, and it keeps you going. It keeps you motivated. Pretty much, I'm not even doing the debt snowball method. When it comes to the credit cards, that is the debt snowball method. But the first thing I chose to pay off was the IRS, because I wanted to pay the IRS off before we filed our taxes for 2019, just in case we have to owe again. I didn't want to combine 2018's IRS bill with 2019's IRS bill. So I'm not rolling that $100 payment over that we were making towards the IRS, because if we end up owing again, I'm just going to go ahead and put that $100 payment, or get on a $100 payment plan again and just put that towards that. The next steps we were going to pay off is the 401k loans that me and my husband both have through our employers. We were looking to move this year. I wanted to pay off these debts because I don't want to bring additional payments with us if we were to leave our employers. My husband's job does not transfer, hence why we are paying his off first. So we started March with $2,437.59. The finance charge on that one was $1,203. We make a payment of $99.16 each month, and the ending balance is $23.50.46. Now we're gonna work on our 401k loan next, or my 401k loan next, and that starting balance was $13.38.54, and the finance charge here, the payment is $102.66, and then the ending balance is $1242.46. Now I don't really know what order I want to go in now with the way things are. We are not moving in the summer, so we are pushing our move date back. I know I probably should go ahead and get it over with, because as you can see, our minimum payments are pretty high. I'm thinking, go ahead and knock that out so we can have this money to snowball into our other debt. Now for my FlexLine account, this is a line of credit attached to my debit account, and the interest rate is not that high, so I only have to pay $2.50 towards the interest for March. So a lot of that money did go to the principal. Now for City and on down, my interest rates are really high, so you'll see that the finance charge is high, and the payment, I'm not paying much towards the principal because the finance charge is so high. Now for PayPal, you'll notice that my PayPal balance went up. It didn't go down like the rest of them. This is because with PayPal, they do like 6 months. Like if you pay off something in 6 months, is interest free, but if you don't, then they start tacking on interest. So even though I haven't made any additional charges using PayPal, some of the debts or some of the purchases that I made in the past their 6 months are expiring and I didn't pay it off, or they're starting to put that interest on that purchase, and so that's why it's going up. And Walmart did come down quite a bit. Started the month with $44.21 and 50 cents and ended with $40.23 and 67 cents. And this is because I chose to return a really expensive purchase that I had made on my Walmart card, and it brought the balance down quite a bit. So for my personal loan, we do have quite a bit going to the principal, actually. So the payment is $551.10. Sometimes I normally just round it up to $552, but in this month I let them go ahead and take it out automatically. So $551.10 with $185.65 going to interest. Now with this personal loan, we have a insurance on it, and they are charging about $120 towards the insurance each month. And so it's kind of like a charge, really, because each month they're tacking on an extra $120. And I just got something in the mail today saying that they're going up on, basically they're going up on the rate of the insurance premium or something like that. I don't know. But I'm thinking about canceling it altogether because my income has been pretty stable over time. And at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure this is paid. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cancel the insurance. Basically, the insurance is to protect us if we were to lose our job, become disabled, things of that nature. Then we get into our student loans. So all of these are our student loans, and I'm really not even worried about the student loans because this is kind of like the last of the debt that we're going to pay off because the interest rates are pretty good. So I'm not even going to go ahead and explain these because it really doesn't make sense, other than the fact that we basically have 3 student loan companies, and my husband is with Nelnet, but his loan is broken up into 4. So it's A, B, C, and D. And then I have a small Sallie Mae loan. And then I have a Fed loan, which is, they break it down by 6, 7, 5, and 4. So I make one general payment and they divvy it up into the 4 loans. The same with my husband's loan. He makes one loan payment and they divvy it up into 4 separate payments. Now, because of the coronavirus, the president did do student loan relief. And basically, if you have a federal loan, you are not required to make any payments until it ends on September 30th. And the interest rate is 0%. So you can basically put all of your federal loans into forbearance and don't have to worry about it until October 1st. So that balance is going to be the same in 6 months as it is right now. So if you're really struggling right now, it is kind of like right now we're in survival mode, unfortunately. And a lot of people are trying to figure out what they can pay, what they can't pay. If you have any federal student loans, go ahead and call and see, if you get those things put on forbearance. Now, Nelnet and the Fed loan that our loans are through, they did it automatically, so we didn't have to call. So yours might have did it automatically too. Now, we were initially going to continue making the student loan payments throughout this forbearance period, even though we don't have to. But I'm trying to think about it. I'm reevaluating things because I pay $262 towards my student loans, and my husband's student loans is $100 per month. So that is $362 that can be going towards our higher interest rate debts. And I really want to tackle our 401k loans. Let me see if you can see this. I'm sorry, I think we're getting here. All right, so yeah, our 401k loans. So I'm making $100. Basically, we both are paying an extra $100. Not an extra $100, but we both make $100 payments to our 401k loans. So I'm thinking that if we sit there and take our student loan payments, which is $362, and go hard on these 2 401k loans, we will have $200 to snowball into the rest of our debts and try to pay off the debt quicker. So that is my thoughts. I haven't really finalized whether I'm going to do it or not because I'm not really sure if that's the smartest thing to do. But so if you have any insight, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think I should do. Should I continue making the minimum payments on the student loans, Or should I go ahead and put that money towards these things to pay it off quicker so that I can have a larger snowball? So leave me a comment and let me know what you think. One of my subscribers had told me to go ahead and make sure I call my creditors and see if they can lower the interest rate. So I did start doing that. As you know, I do have a lot, and I know these student loans, you can't really mess with the interest rate there, but I do have a lot of credit cards. So I called PayPal. PayPal said they can't do anything for me at this time, which was fine. Called Capital One. They gave me a lower interest rate. They gave me 20.4% for 7 months. And let me just see what I started at. So Capital One was 24.40%. So basically it knocked off 4%, which every little bit helps, so I'm not even mad. Walmart said they couldn't do anything for me. Citi, they told me that my interest rate was 21.49, and I have it as 22.99. So I know they do like a daily interest rate type of thing. So anyway, they requested it, but I won't know for sure if it's going to be lowered or not. They're supposed to send me something in the mail, so I don't know. I know my credit score is not the greatest, so I'm pretty sure that is coming into play. And then the next one I did was Discover, which I got on a plan for them for 1 year. And how Discover works, they told me I could do 2 different scenarios. One scenario was for them to suspend my card for a year, and my interest rate would be 16.99%, which that's really good because I started at 24.49%, and that is the option that I chose. The next one was like, I can't remember exactly, but I know it was like a 6-month plan, and it had a couple of other stipulations that really didn't make sense. So the Discover for 1 year, that card is suspended, which I told the lady, I said, I cut the card up months ago, so it really doesn't matter to me. Go ahead and suspend the card. Give me that lower interest rate. So, so for Discover and Capital One, those 2 cards, I'll be making more towards the principal in the upcoming months than I would have been. If you're in the same situation where you have a lot of credit cards, go ahead and call your credit card companies and ask them to lower your interest rates. I still have to call a few other companies, but right now I'd be on hold for so long that after I get done with one call, I'm done. Like, it literally takes almost an hour to get through and get my question answered, which I totally understand, because I know there's so many people in predicaments that they couldn't even imagine, and they're trying to get stuff handled. But be prepared for long wait times if you do choose to reach out to these creditors. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is do this monthly debt summary. And I will mention, any printable you see, I made them myself, and if you're interested in purchasing one, I will have the link in the description. So I am going to be showing you guys this monthly summary each month that kind of breaks things down. And so I'm going to go ahead and calculate some numbers and then show you all how much debt we paid in March, how much went to the principal, how much went to the interest, what our beginning debt balance was, the ending debt balance, and how much we've paid altogether. And then I'm also going to be tracking my credit score with you guys so that we can see if by paying off debt, if my credit score is going to go up, how long it's going to take to increase, and you can follow along with me. So I will do that, speed the video along, and I'll be right back. All right, so this is my debt summary for the month of March, and $1935.07 is the amount that we paid towards debt in March. And then out of this amount here, $1128.28 went to the principal, and $806.79 went towards interest. And our beginning debt balance for the month was $102,962.17, and we ended the month at $101,833.89. Now, one thing I did forget to do is I forgot to add in the IRS bill, the medical equipment, and a dental bill that we paid off. So I'm going to go ahead and fix the cumulative right now, and then I'll go ahead and fix these two another day because I did too much writing for one day. I'm tired. And one of my lovely subscribers recommended this, what kind of pen is this? A Frixion? I don't know. I like using the Pilot Gel G5 pens, but I make a lot of mistakes, and I was looking for an erasable pen. And so far, I like this one, but I've noticed that it's not as, it's smooth writing, but it's not as fine point as I would like. So, I don't know. I guess it gets the job done. But anyway, so I'm going to keep this number on a calculator, but I'm also going to add in the IRS bill, which was $923. Then I'm going to add in the medical equipment bill, which was $118, and then the dental bill, which was $197. So I know that's not a whole lot, but it still makes a difference. So we went from that was 45, now I'm at 47. So that's really good. $47,096.11. That is how much we've paid off so far since 2019, and I'm just looking forward to making progress all year long. The next thing I wanted to do was show you our credit score, or my credit score anyway. So if you didn't know, a lot of your credit card companies do give you a free credit score, and sometimes they update monthly, and sometimes it's every couple of months or every quarter. And so I'm getting these credit scores from, I have so many different credit cards, and each one gives a different bureau, so which is good for me. But anyway, Equifax was 619 last month, and it is 623, so it went up 4 points. Experian was 681 this month, and it was also 681 last month, so there was no change there. And the same with TransUnion at 630. My credit score was the same this month as it was last month. And I am so ready for the day that my credit score is in the 700s again. So I'm really trying to work hard at paying this debt down and paying it off. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for me on how to make it better, make sure you leave me a comment and let me know. And until next time, guys, bye.